Now, the other question is, if you knew I was mentally ill, you didn't tell the girl, or you did tell the girl, did you know too? Right. So you don't get to lie willingly to a mentally ill person unless you're trying to entrap them, right? What do you think we're talking about here, right? When most men who are pedophiles are with underage girls, you don't have to trick them by having the girl say she's 37. In other words, right. They would be with a 15-year-old girl, right? I wouldn't even be with a 16-year-old girl in Caitlyn or Megan, right. Even if I could have, right? I didn't make a move on them, right? Sexually. Now, am I flirting with him a little? Sure, behind the counter, right? What do you think I'm gonna do? Jump up on the counter and rape him in the back? No. You would get caught doing that and you go to jail for that, dumbass, right? So I wouldn't even tempt me, right? I told you that. You gotta know what you can do from what you can't do on both sides, right? Or you're entrapping the person too, right? See, if I'm not trying to sleep with a 15, 16, or 17-year-old girl to begin with, right? And she's the only one I might have slept with. Besides the Comcast girl, maybe a year later or 2 years later, right? Almost. In 21, right? Right. Right. That's what I mean, right? I'm not trying to sleep with an underage girl, but if she's the only one I could have slept with, she lied about her age, right? Two. See, entrapment has a reasoning behind it too, right? If I'm not doing nothing wrong, you can't force me to have sex with a 37-year-old woman and I don't know she's 15, right? Do you know the difference, though, right? Oh, she could be lying about her age. I'm not her hire. I did not hire her to work in that store. He did. I told you who's responsible. Her father. Why is he responsible? He worked there anyway. I'm not responsible for her being 15. He is, right? I didn't know she was the one you were talking about. You did. See, that's the difference between willfully breaking the law and being entrapped, like in the corrupter as well. Right? And again, Mark Wahlberg's character did sleep with some of the Chinese prostitutes. Yes, he did. But that's a story, ain't it? Now, the difference is if she's 37 or not, right? When I went into the store, that's what she told me, right? Now, why can I trust that or not, right? She had no reason to lie, right? Even if she was 15, I told you it wouldn't bother me. She worked in her dad's store. So you tell me she was 15, didn't I? Mm-hmm. So who's trying to entrap whom there? You're trying to trap me to be a 15-year-old girl who lied about her age, right? That's why it's your crime. If you knew she was 15, and say every woman in the store knew she was 15, but me, but you. That's what entrapment is. I'm not the one trying to be with the 15-year-old girl, right? I'm not trying to break that law willfully, right? I know better than to break that law. Do you know what entrapment is? Trying to make someone break the law is not trying to break the law. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, when Adam and Eve sinned with Satan, the problem was even after the sin, they didn't admit their sin. They lied and repented, right? Job tells you that. Adam goes all the way back to Eden, right? Sometimes they use Adam for mankind, but it also applies to Adam and Eve themselves. Now, the male became Adam and she became Eve after the fall, too, right? When they were made, too, they were just Isha and Ish Adam, right? And male and female Adam. There was no real name until after the fall, right? And then he took the name Adam and she took the name Eve. Chava, right? Or Chua, right? One of the two. One of the two. Now, Chuva, right? Or Chua, however you want to do it, Chuw or Bah, is Eve's name. Yahweh, who he, God means what? Divine name. Divine name. Yahuwah means what? Divine name. One's from Eliyahu and one's from Eve's name, right? And that's called the male and female are one in Christ Jesus, right? Do you understand, right? Right. The Bible ain't hiding this from you. Men are. Men are not being worthy to look upon the 7 truths of God hidden in the Bible. And they're sealing the truths of God in the Bible. Yes. That's what it means. That's what it means. Only 2 men, right? Moses himself and Elijah really understood the truth until Malachi. Malachi is the last prophet to hint at the divine name using Moses' name and Elijah's name. There's a reason he's doing that. People are starting to replace it with Adonai, even his time, right? So he says Eliyahu or Eliyah and Moshe, right? Why? Well, look at Eliyahu's name. You can spell it 2 ways, with or without the who, right? Yahoo and Yahweh are from the same Vav or Wah, right? It's either a V-A-H or a W-U-H, right? With an I after the W, right? It's like Sar, Sarah. Now, Sar is prince. Sarim is princes. Saroth is princesses. Sorry. And that's used by Isaiah, right? Not Malakoth, right? Which is queens, right? Malakah is queens. Malek is kings. Malakim is kings, plural. King is Malek. No ah. What would priestesses be? Kohanah. Cohen is priest, right? Kohanah feminizes it. Right. Ben-ah can also be used. A son, her. Now, you could also use sorry or he, right? Even adding a Y, right? To make Sar he as Prince she. He is sorry. Would be what? Almighty she, which is what it is to come. See, he is both a verb and a noun, right? Or pronoun. It means both she and time, right? So does who, right? Who he is time, right? Is, was, and is to come, both words can mean, right? Yahoo, right? Or Yahi, right? Is also found as a verb meaning time, right? Is, was, and is to come, right? Yes, YHY. Hello? You see? You see? Or you see? You see? Y-S-S-Y or Y-S-H-Y. Right. Mm-hmm. Maybe even you have a problem with the double S or a single SH, right? See, that's the point, right? Now, if you say without the double S, that could be one of the problems they had in the book of Judges, right? They weren't doubling the S, I'm not sure. Or they couldn't say the SH for some reason, they only said the S, right? Part of it, right? It's either a double S, or an SH versus an S, right? And what do you think I've been studying into for 50 years? The Bible, the Bible. Since a small child, by the way, too, right? I was growing up in the religious South, right? So I know the Bible like the back of your hand, right? And that is mine, that is mine. Well, anything they have with the Bible I might know, like on Jeopardy, right? I know most things in the Bible you probably never heard of, right? Not things you've heard of. You might know a few things I've never heard of myself, but right. If it is something that I might have, you know, some little key information that you thought was important that I wouldn't even worry about, right? Or something like that, right? I don't say I know it all. I know. There's some things you might could trick me in yourself, right? But I do know what the seven seals refers to. Passages. More than one verse. More than one verse. Right. Or certain phrases in the Hebrew that when you translate it to English don't translate the same. Like chazah is chest for a male and shadim, right, for a female. Or shad, right. And one of the parts of the name of God is Shaddai with a double D, right? Breasts can't be double D's now, can they, Dolly? Right? Or D's. Single D, double D, was there a single D or a double D with God's name, right? Mm-hmm. Now, shade is demon, I know, too, right? S-H-A-E, right? Now, an A sound changes the word, just like any word, right? Shade and what's another shade and what's another word with a similar spelling but different sound, right? Mm-hmm. But anyway, shade can mean also a shadow, right? Or darkness, right? Something shady, right? Right. For a demon, right? In the English, right? Right. If you know what I mean, right? Shade has to do with darkness or something dark, right? Or a demon, right? But shad, right? Without has to do with female breasts, right? And see, a lot of people aren't telling you the truth, right? Or editing or whatever they're doing, right? And now, is it to trick you? Yeah, you're supposed to figure out the hoax or the truth, right? Is it really UFOs or is it really people who know each other who see these UFOs? Is it really Bigfoot or a friend playing Bigfoot, right? see. Everybody's looking for a Bigfoot type character, but every time they show the Bigfoot, he's blurry and out of view, right? and way far off, right? Almost like a man in a monkey suit, right? That's what most people think about your big foot, right? He's just a man in a monkey suit, right? It's just... Okay, get over that too.